Hello, everybody, and welcome to Inside Cornerstone and a new location, not in studio today, and we are in our new youth facility called the Big House. Coach, man, we're excited about this show. And
we have been. And Brett, if I just kind of start doing this a lot, okay, you will understand, won't you?
Well, will you do the same if I start doing that?
Fair enough. That's fair.
I tell you, it is
Wow.
a great facility, and we wanted to come to you from here, and Kane's going to get some B-roll footage throughout the show, and he's going to be able to edit over the top of us while we're talking. And
probably a good move.
Yeah, you know what? They may find out it's the highest rated show we have. Once we're not on screen, we'll just
that's right.
See pictures and video of something else while we're talking. But it's great to be back. It's great to be here in our new youth facility. It's the culmination of a year's worth of unbelievable work and effort by a lot of people. And it's hard to believe that we're in this building this quick. And we've already had a service in here last Sunday, and man, it was a sight to behold. A young man got saved in here, and I think it was the first opportunity for a lot of people to walk through this building and see it. So we had a lot of people that came through during the day on Sunday after church and all that. But the good Lord blessed us with a beautiful weather day outside, and it kind of gives you a little taste of spring as we're here today. But, first of all, I want to thank our sponsors for allowing us to be on the air every week. This show comes to you each and every week. And, again, we couldn't do it without them. And many thanks to them. And, you can go to our website and check us out, and you'll see that along the bottom of the screen there. But this is your weekly look at what's going on here in the life of Cornerstone First Global Methodist Church in Alexander City, Alabama. If you're a first-time viewer, we're normally coming to you from a studio, but just a phenomenal opportunity to be here on location at our new youth facility and showcase this. We've shown pictures along the way, Coach, of the progress of this building, but now our youth have a phenomenal place to come and worship.
And now everybody knows we weren't kidding. But there's two things I want to mention right quick, Brett. Okay. One is, it has been fascinating, what a blessing to see the older members of our congregation latch on to this project, support this project. Many of them were here when we had the service. And it shows the unity of the church. And that's number one. Number two is, and why don't we just go ahead and make a new announcement?
We like it.
David has decided, and I'm like 1,000% on board, every fourth Sunday night, there's going to be a worship service right here. I mean, for the year. The fourth Sunday is a worship experience at this youth center, and it's for all people. It's not just for youth. It's like having a Sunday night service once a month.
Right.
And is there a better place than this?
There's not. I mean, we're on the stage here, and as you can see behind us, and again, Kane will have some additional footage that he'll be able to roll during the show and all. But we're going to kind of give you a tour of this building for the next hour or so here. But you can see behind us, it's a huge space. We had a lot of people in here for the service a week ago. We knew that it was going to be an opportunity to mission to our community, bring others in, and
it's already showing.
Right, it's already showing, and again, bringing everybody together in here. The hopes are it's standing room only.
Exactly.
That's what we want. But a nice stage area here for our band to perform.
Yeah, let's talk about that. We're going to have our own youth praise band.
Isn't that awesome?
It's going to take a little while, of course, and until then, I know that our praise band over to Arbor is going to help. Everybody's working together, but isn't it going to be neat? Our youth are taking leadership.
Well, they already got all the equipment here that's here permanently.
Yeah,
this
fantastic.
is not having to be brought in from the Arbor and back and forth. This is the equipment and the materials that they will use permanently right here. The lighting, the mics, the drum set, the keyboard, and again,
it's all here.
It's all right here.
That's
so
awesome.
Again, a lot
basketball
of people.
goal is going to be.
This place is truly an all-purpose facility.
Exactly.
I mean, you can have a worship service, you can turn it into a basketball game.
That's right.
In here as well.
So. Well, what I love about the worship service, Brad, is it sends a message that, this is why we're going to put the worship part, we're going to put Christ first.
Sure.
We're going to glorify Him through all of this, and it just fits, man, it's just like FCA. It's just like those kids out in their school. They now have an outreach. They can go and tell their friends about all the things that we're getting to do, and if those friends don't attend church, hey, we got a great opportunity.
And this goes for anybody out there, but especially kids. You want to be part of stuff that's cool, that's hip, that's, everybody's talking about it. I remember growing up, and we had a strong youth group where I went to church, and everybody wanted to be there every time the doors were open. It was the thing to do.
That's a blessing.
And again, whether or not maybe some were going there for the right reasons, they turned into going for the right reasons.
That's a key
just
point,
being
Brett.
exposed to being around the right environment, because you could easily be going and hanging out in the wrong environment.
That's
so,
right.
Maybe it's somebody that doesn't know Christ and that hasn't had a family that really had them in church, but now their friends are going to a youth facility that there's going to be worship and ministry and music, and over time, they grow into a follower of Christ. They figure out, hey, not only is this a place to go and hang out with friends, but I know why we're going and hanging out now together.
I'm not sure my generation needs to hear it quite as much as the youth of today, but our youth today need to know this. Christians have fun too.
Oh yeah, we say that all
that's,
the time here.
This old thing about Christians, they walk around with frown on their face and they're forlorn and down. No, they're not. They're having a great time. They're enjoying life. That message is absolutely necessary to the young people, because they need to see that, because they're going to go to places where they have fun. Well, and if it's not at church, they're going to go somewhere else.
That's right. That's kind of my point.
Right.
And, David plans things throughout the year for the youth, and just like last weekend, they left after the Arbor service at 10:30 and loaded up 2 vans and went to Auburn and had an afternoon, a morning and an afternoon of fellowship. But they were able to bowl and they were able to go have lunch, and they got back just before the Super Bowl started, and for everybody to pick them up in the monsoon out here.
Perfect.
It was pouring rain. But again, my point in saying that is that those youth, every time David has an event and he sends a message, it's like, well, I'm clearing my calendar for that. If I had something, I'm trying to figure out how to make it to that, because everybody wants to go, everybody wants to be part of it. And you can go on our Facebook page and you can see the youth ministry page that's connected, and you can see the pictures of the kids and what they're doing and having fun. But what you also notice is all the adults that's helping.
You can't help but notice that.
Well, that's right.
It's a whole church.
It is. And David's not the only one. He can't do it by himself. So we got a lot of great parents, a lot of great volunteers that are able to go off and drive these vehicles. David can't drive 3 vans. So, it takes volunteers to be able to do that as well. So
you're treading on the message this Sunday. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. The month of February, we're going in that direction of how can we have a mission within our church. And the young people this Sunday, they don't know it yet, but they're going to be a part of this message that's coming out. I think they're going to be sitting together. So let's make that announcement now. We're going to reserve you guys a couple of rows down front. Not on the front row where I spit into that area, but like the rows 2 and 3, we're going to give you a place, and they're going to be a part. We're going to have a message geared to them too, and the children.
Right.
It's going to be the whole gamut, but the emphasis this Sunday is on youth.
Well, we're going to talk more about that here in the next segment. I also want to talk more about. We're going to talk about this building throughout the show, because we're here. They named this building the Big House.
Big House.
It has nothing to do with going to jail. No. It's, if anything, it's right the opposite of that.
Not yet. It does.
Not yet. Yeah. Let's hope it stays that way. But David brought that up. And basically the open house, the dedication that night. He's like, I was a little skeptical of the name, but he kind of went into the story about the building and the facility we had prior to this, and not being able to use that any longer. He really he felt a hole inside and a void for our kids, and it was immediately a vision and a goal of a lot of people to get this thing done, and man, they got it done with a snap of the fingers.
And the Big House that's a great song. But
and that's where it came from.
If you go to FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes Camp at Black Mountain, one of the songs they're going to sing is "Come and Go with Me to My Father's House." That's this song.
Right.
It's a big, big house, and that's why we called it that. It's a great song, and it's easy to sing. And I don't think it could be a better name for it than the Big House, and because that's God's house. It's a big house.
Well, they sang that song that night.
That's right.
So
it's a good
it
one.
tied it in, and it made perfect sense. And we're talking about the outside of this building too. Maybe in the near future we'll have some signage out front to kind of identify it, because as we look at the traffic that comes by, you notice cars that slow down and take a look. Hey, we just had a guy walk in really off the street and from another church just a minute ago, and ask us about the logistics of this building and the cost and everything like that. And you didn't embellish too much.
Yeah, you want to laugh? Well, I know you do.
Yeah, I do, of course.
So today, I know we'll talk about this later, but we're doing the cross in the ashes. And I go up to Sylacauga from 10 to 11, and I take one of our little chairs from the arbor, and I set it out there in the parking lot, and I'm sitting at it, and the people from Sylacauga, and we had a ton of them come, they go through there, and they go out. So I'm sitting just like this, and I'm just waiting for the next one. This guy walks up to me and says, "Sir, what are you doing here?" And I said, "Well, this is Ash Wednesday, and those people that attend our church in Elliott City are coming by, and we put a cross on their forehead." And he looked at me and said, "Well, I'd like to make a donation to you." I said, "No, sir, this is free." He looked at me and thought I was out, just trying to drum up a little money, selling a little grace out there, put a little cross on you.
Maybe he felt sorry.
He said, "Well, I'll give you $10." I said, "No, sir, grace is free."
Hey, you just never know. You never know.
Sorry.
We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We're going to have some more funny stories for you.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
Amanda Scroggins with RE/MAX Around the Lake will cover every inch of Lake Martin's 880 miles of shoreline to find your family's dream home. Amanda's experience is top-notch, and she is consistently a top 10 RE/MAX agent in the state of Alabama. Her love for her clients is sincere and from the heart. Call her today at 256-749-6634 or visit her website, amandascroggins.com today.
Hey everybody, I'm Brett.
Billy.
And I'm Matt.
And we want you to join us each week for Inside Cornerstone. Coach, Matt, excited to have this show on every single day throughout the week leading up to Sunday.
Jesus Christ is going to be glorified in everything we do. You won't just be listening to messages. You're going to be hearing about things going on in our church.
And make sure you join us at our worship services 9 and 11 o'clock.
Join us each week right here on Inside Cornerstone on WAXC TV.
As your State Farm team, we will be there for you with the financial strength to deliver on our promises. Service that's a sure thing. You can think of us as your good neighbors who help protect what's important to you. We're here when you need us the most. You can call us 24/7 to get answers to your questions, file a claim, or see if we can find you more ways to save. We have many coverages and many discounts. We can help protect more areas of your life and find every discount you qualify for along the way. Please call us or visit 2048 Cherokee Road for coverage you can count on.
For 30 years, Derek Blythe has built a reputation in the Alexander City area as the family attorney. He's always been passionate about fighting for his clients because he believes everyone deserves an advocate in their corner. People of his community deserve to have someone in their corner to fight for them. And he loves making lasting relationships with those people and their family. Whether you're seeking child custody, divorce, visitation, looking for compensation after being injured in a car accident, probating an estate, dealing with a contractual dispute, fighting criminal charges, Eric Blythe is here for you.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Welcome back to Inside Cornerstone. We're here on location in our new youth facility called the Big House, and we talked about that in the first segment, and just a special place. And been looking forward to this day for a long time to be able to have an on-location show. And, you know, and as we talked about,
This is fun.
It is fun, you know. And moving forward, again, for those of you that might be tuning in for the first time or watching. We're going to try to do some things that are different going into the new year. We're normally from the studio downtown, which is great, but you know, we also want to be able to showcase, you know, our facilities. We have, and we're blessed with a beautiful campus here on Green Street in Alex City, and you know, we have the Arbor facility, and we have our main sanctuary, our main church. Now we have the youth facility, and probably wouldn't be a bad idea, Coach, from time to time to set up and do a show from the Arbor or do a show from inside our sanctuary.
Count me in.
You know, just
That'd be fun.
Just to showcase.
I think we should do that.
I mean,
Brett.
you know, and just spread it out throughout the year,
Yeah.
and you know, kind of promote. Maybe we have some events coming up, and we can be on location for that. I want to talk about our Arbor for a second. We have a big FCA event coming up that will be in the Arbor on March the 4th from 6:30 to 7:30, but I'm going somewhere with this. This facility hosts a bunch of events for this community. We want that facility to be open to the community.
Definitely.
We want people to use it, and you know, the FCA event's just one of many. I know our school system uses the Arbor for numerous things. They've had their convocation in there.
Banquets.
They have a baseball banquet in there.
Yeah.
That's about to come up here in the next week or so. But those are just a variety of events that go on throughout the year. And again, you can contact us here at Cornerstone if you have some interest, or you have an event, or you have something that you want to you know, be part of, or want us to be part of. You know, contact the church, and you know, we'll see if it works. You know, our schedule, you know, it's got to match up, and there's a lot of things going on. But that's why that facility was built, in part, not only to have another facility for worship for us, but also to have a facility that people in the community and organizations in the community could utilize from time to time.
One of our goals should be, Brett, the church should be at the center of the community. You know, there was a time in our history when that was the case.
Right.
And you don't have to go all the way back to Little House on the Prairie to see that happening. You know, I spent a lot of fantastic years in Coleman County. Coleman County has 8 high schools in it.
Right.
It has 7 high schools scattered around the county. And I promise you, when you see those schools and you see those churches that are in those communities, they are the hub of activity. And here we are in Alex City, and we want to meet that need of the community. If not, then we're not fulfilling our mission.
That's right. That's right. You know, and that kind of goes in line with what we were talking about earlier, what you talked about about the message coming up this Sunday, but I want to back up and talk about this past Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
And you kind of previewed this, and we kind of previewed it on our show last week before you gave the message this past Sunday. But you know, basically the entire month of February is going to be an opportunity for people in our church and in newcomers as well to maybe build and strengthen their relationship with Christ through different things, different organizations, work through mission work, or you know, outreach, or youth, or you know, I think those are three of the categories that we were talking about, and there'll be sign-up sheets at each service, you know, for people to go and sign up, and you know, you have an opportunity to go home and think about it and pray about it and see if this is something you want to be involved in, but you know that it's a commitment, and we have a lot of people that always ask, well, how can I be more involved? Or
we're answering that question.
What can we do? And so this is an opportunity.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, the 5th of February, I think it was, well, maybe it was the 4th. The 4th of February was our birthday. It'd been a year. And the title of that message was Taking the Next Step. Okay, we made it here after a year. Now what's going to happen, and what is the next step that we take? So the 3 February Sundays after that first Sunday are about the answering that question.
Right.
Here's our step. Missions is one of them. Continuing to support our youth programs, and we have our children's program, our high school, our I'd say the youth program, and then we've got Jacob's Ladder. Brett, well, there's 400 children that are receiving some kind of ministry outreach from this church. And that we got to be prepared for that. And then, of course, the last one is going to be what we call Cornerstone Outreach.
Right.
We're going to be starting, I think, a thing called Stephen's Ministry. Have you ever
Right,
heard of
yeah.
that?
Well, we talked about it a few weeks ago.
It's going to put us immediately into the lives of those who visit and are interested. We're going to learn who they are, go visit them. And I think that is going to be a great program, too. So at the end of February, maybe we've answered the question what our next step is.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're going to have a better picture. And, you know, a lot of times people don't know how to ask or how to walk up and say, what can I do to be involved, or what kind of committee can I be part of? Well, you know, part of that deal is, what do you like to do? What are your interests? You know, some people, you know, we all have our strengths and our weaknesses.
Sure.
And, some have more strengths than others. And, but, you know, going out and being able to spread the word outside the walls of these facilities is extremely important. But you talked about last Sunday, you know, with Glenda and with David, and we kind of talked about it in the first segment. It takes a lot of people and Glenda needs volunteers, and you know, David's always looking for volunteers to help you, because you can't do these things by yourself. You can't manage that many kids. I mean, at any point in time, he's got 40 or 50 youth here, and sometimes more than that. And when you have programs and you got trips planned, you can't do that by yourself. So to be able to continue to do those kind of things, you got to have a consistent, steady group that you can pull from that are willing to help you whenever you need them.
I don't think I'm smart enough to say this, Brett, but the greatest commodity in this nation is our children. And when and this goes back to being an educator. I know you had the college kids a lot, but I would stand out front every day when the bus dropped. 105 buses were dropping off kids of all kinds in front of our school. I always thought about what in the world is the responsibility of taking the most precious possession of those families, bringing them on your campus, and knowing that you are totally responsible for providing for that child. I think our church is going to have to be challenged with that same thing. We have to understand that we are taking that precious child and we're trying to pour into their life spiritual things that will last them a whole lifetime. Very similar to schools.
When you stop and you think about it like that, it really humbles you.
You need God in your life.
You do. Well, and again,
that's true.
You talked about all those children coming from all those different backgrounds and all those different families, and bringing them together kind of in harmony. That's what you want to do here in this church. You're going to bring kids in that aren't just members or part of families that go to this church. That, maybe this is their first exposure to, a church facility or being part of a youth. And look, I said this all the time over at Central Alabama Community College, as being part of the PR and marketing team. You only get one chance to make. That's exactly right. And when those people walk through that door, they're going to remember what experience they had, whether good, bad, neutral, whatever. But that's why it's so important to greet everybody with open arms, with a smile, because, everybody has tough days. And a lot of times at the college, we had older adults that were coming there. They had to break through about 4 or 5 different barriers just to walk through that door. They were already looking for a reason to turn around and walk out.
Of course.
And if somebody greeted them with well, what do you need? What are you doing here?
Right.
That's just very easy for them to just spin around and walk right back out the door and say, I knew that was a mistake. You gotta always be putting your best foot forward, and you never know what kind of impact you're gonna have on somebody or what kind of impression you're gonna make when you meet somebody new. So.
The scariest thing about that whole thing to me, Brett, is those people that are coming visiting our church or any church for that matter, good or bad, right or wrong, they're making decisions about who Jesus Christ is based on the way we live our life.
That's kind of where I was going.
And that's scary.
Yeah, well, that's where I was going with it. Again, it goes back to what type of experience did they have when they first came here. And that will be a big determining factor on whether they come back or not.
Oh, absolutely. Whether they accept Christ or not.
Exactly. That's the even more important part of it. But making sure that they feel welcome and that they understand what we're doing here and what our mission is. We're about to go to another break here. And that means we're halfway through the show already.
I had something else to say.
Well, you say it on the other side of the break. How about that? But we've got a lot to come, here at the big house on campus at Cornerstone First Global Methodist. Again, Kane's been doing a great job of getting some B-roll footage.
That guy's intense.
It's on point. He's on point. He keeps us in line somehow.
I enjoy
really
it.
keeps you in line. That's the hardest part.
That's a challenge.
It's a big time challenge. Stay tuned. More Inside Cornerstone right after this.
Don't put that picture up there, Kane.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
As your State Farm team, we will be there for you with the financial strength to deliver on our promises. Service, that's a sure thing. You can think of us as your good neighbors who help protect what's important to you. We're here when you need us the most. You can call us 24/7 to get answers to your questions, file a claim, or see if we can find you more ways to save. We have many coverages and many discounts. We can help protect more areas of your life and find every discount you qualify for along the way. Please call us or visit 2048 Cherokee Road for coverage you can count on.
Amanda Scroggins with RE/MAX Around the Lake will cover every inch of Lake Martin's 880 miles of shoreline to find your family's dream home. Amanda's experience is top-notch, and she is consistently a top 10 RE/MAX agent in the state of Alabama. Her love for her clients is sincere and from the heart. Call her today at 256-749-6634 or visit her website, amandascroggins.com today.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30 plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
We still have good brakes,
we
man.
We do, man. I'm telling you. You know, and we're not homeless.
Kane-
we're not.
Kane's
We're,
over there laughing.
he's laughing. We're not homeless, believe it or not. We're not.
But we're working on it.
We're trending in that direction for sure. We're back here in the big house, not the pen, but our church youth
getting
facility.
better,
Again, well, Kane's got the power of editing if he wants to edit some of it out. But anyway,
He won't do
yeah,
that.
he wants to keep every bit of this. I promise. We're heading into the Lenten season, so today, actually, when we're filming the show, is Ash Wednesday, and you've been busy all morning. 7 to 9 right here in the arbor across the road. You applied the ashes to people that drove through, and then you jumped in the car and drove to Sylacauga and was up there at, I believe, what, 10 o'clock?
10 to 11 at Sylacauga, 7 to 9 here.
And then back here to do this show.
And then back here, well, I had to go to a ladies' prayer group, and then I came here
Well,
for the
okay,
show.
there you go.
And then we got Wednesday night meal tonight, and it was fantastic. I wish every day was like that. I mean,
Right.
It was so much fun. We had a great response here to Arbor. I don't keep up with numbers much, but there were 40 cars, I guess, that came through. And then went to Sylacauga, and Sylacauga was only an hour, but it was kind of continuous. Of course, what we do there is we put the ashes here, and of course, ashes is symbolic of sacrifice, and so we put we get the ashes, and then we put the cross on the forehead, and we say, repent, and know that Jesus Christ is Lord. Repent and know that Jesus Christ is Lord. Now, then we put it on there, and it's just symbolic. It all happens right here, but it's like everything else, Those are symbols of the Christian season. I mean, this Lent is a special time. A lot of things will be going on at our church, and this isn't a great thing probably, but we know that Easter, what is it, March 31st?
March 31st.
Well, that Easter's going to pack every church in the area. There's going to be tons of people that are going to come. The sad part, we won't talk about what happens the next Sunday.
Right.
But we're going to try to be prepared to make that worship experience as meaningful as possible. We'll have a sunrise service and Holy Week services. But today was Ash Wednesday, and it was the beginning of it all.
Yeah, I want to dive into this, and I know over the next several weeks we're going to talk about, Lent and.
It's hard to believe it's already.
Well, I know. I mean, you'll blink and it'll be Easter Sunday. I mean,
Yeah.
We could only pray for a beautiful day like this on that.
But now it was cold this morning.
No, it's cold this
It was
morning.
cold.
But hey, look, I'll take a little cool. But anyway, the Lent season is 60 days, and that let's talk about that because there's a lot of people out there that may not know what that means. And again, going back to Mardi Gras and Fat Tuesday, leading up to Ash Wednesday, and why it's called Fat Tuesday, the king cake that's symbolic of Christ. The baby in the king cake's actually representative of Jesus Christ. You're trying to find Jesus. They bake the cake with the baby in there, and so you eat the cake. You hope you don't eat it, and swallow it. But the whole symbolism is to try. You're searching for Jesus,
right?
And the cake is in, it's a round cake in the shape of a crown, and the colors on the king cake represent, Jesus, the royalty, the purple, the
kind of like the wise men gifts.
And the wise men, it does represent the wise men. It does represent the three gifts that the wise men brought. So there's a lot of Christian symbolism and background into all of that. And the reason they had Fat Tuesday is because they knew they were going into the Lent season, and
Fasting.
They're going to be fasting,
Right.
and they didn't want all this meat to go bad. They weren't going to be able to eat it. So what they did is they just cooked all of it, and they had this big feast on Tuesday before Ash Wednesday.
That's
So-
great stuff, Brett.
So I mean, you know,
my
the,
gosh,
kind of the
that's
background, the background of Mardi Gras and what
Yeah.
all that means. It's not just going down to Mobile and,
No,
and Bourbon Street on.
You still
New
got to
Orleans.
sell me a little bit on Mardi Gras
Well, yeah.
and Easter, but I'm listening.
Well, the Mardi Gras thing is just.
I know.
It's the whole
It's the
time. It
tradition
was
of
the
it.
whole time for.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
It's not going down to Bourbon Street and hanging out. But
And that's good to hear.
But it is kind of the.
I know what you mean.
But the good thing is that gets overlooked. Is the Christian aspect of all that. The king, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that about the king. They just think it's part of Mardi Gras festivities, you know, and they don't really know what Fat Tuesday means. They're like, well, that's just when everybody gets together and eats and does all this stuff before you start fasting. So, but it all has a meaning behind it.
Right,
why you do it.
and you
So-
find those traditions are steeped into the Catholic Church, the Lutheran Church.
Right.
What you'd say is the historical church. You know, Peter was the first pope, we think, of the church, the Catholic Church.
Sure.
So those traditions have been passed down, and they're very strong. And
Very strong.
somehow in it we got to learn that we believe in grace, salvation through faith in Christ, and it's through the grace of God. But there is still an element of keeping the traditions and the law, even today in the church, and it's still a balance. It's interesting going all the way back. We've been studying Galatians and Legacy Builders. By the way, Legacy Builders is sponsoring the FCA event at the Arbor, but we've been studying Galatians, which is about the law and grace. But it's still a little bit of an issue today.
Yeah.
And those
Oh, it's
traditions are
huge.
great. Now, I
Yeah,
love them.
Right. You know, I want to talk about, you know, what it means to. It's basically a 60-day period of you trying to get closer to God and
Right.
and understand. Of course, it's the period leading up to Easter Sunday, but really talk about, Coach, the whole purpose of Lent and what are you trying to do? Well, it's almost self-discipline, you know, and it's trying to show that you're steadfast and loyal to your path to Christ.
It's almost like you are offering a sacrifice of yourself to God to prepare for this great time. Well, fasting is a great example of fasting is a sacrifice that we
Right.
put on our body. We're trying to de-emphasize the world that goes along with the
Right.
flesh. The flesh is the word we're looking
That's
for.
right.
With the flesh, and we're trying to move into the spirit and be prepared. And you know, Brett, you make some great points. It's true. Our churches are going to be packed. Cornerstone's going to be. We probably won't even have enough chairs for everybody. But here's the real question that you've been talking about: are we prepared for it?
Yeah, I mean that.
Are we going to go back to what was happening before all that? We're hoping that the crucifixion, and boy, can we get into that one, the crucifixion of Christ and the
Right.
resurrection. I'm going to shut up, but here, you can't get to the resurrection unless you go to the cross. You got to go to the cross.
That's right.
That's where
right.
you were forgiven.
Right.
So
can't
are we
bypass-
prepared
you
for
can't
that?
bypass that.
This is about preparation. Lent is about preparation. That's what it's
You know,
about.
and you want to think about two of the biggest events, or the two biggest events in the Christian timeline is Christmas, the birth of Christ, and then Easter Sunday, the resurrection. But Good Friday is really, like you said, how you get to Sunday, and how close they are in the calendar to each other. You know, Christmas Day on the 25th, you know, and then Easter falls different every year. But, you know, from Christmas Day to March 31st is not a lot of time.
No,
And, you
it's
know,
been surprising how fast it's gotten.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
we sit here on Valentine's Day actually today.
That's unusual. I like to know how often that happens.
Yeah, that's again, we were talking about our calendar a few weeks ago, and we saw that, you know, February 14th would be Ash Wednesday, and knew that would be a big day all the way around. But you look at this 60-day period. Now talk about the 60 days, Coach. Does that count weekends, or does it count? Is it 60 full days up until Easter Sunday? Some people have a differing opinion on that. They use the 5 days of the week and then they take the weekend off. But
if I'm not mistaken, Lent is about so it's Wednesdays. You got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
right,
and then so many weeks, and that is the total number of days.
Right.
And that's what causes Easter to fall where it does, because
right,
Easter's not always on the same day.
Right, right.
Because every Wednesday is a little bit different in relation
right
to a Sunday.
It is. Well, it is.
Right.
It is.
So that's kind of the difference.
Okay. Well, anyway, again, we're gonna keep talking about this season as we move forward. Again, Ash Wednesday today. Is there going to be an Ash Wednesday service today?
No, our participation was the drive-throughs that we did today.
And we've been doing that for a long time, you know, and I know it's new now to Cornerstone. Now we've been, 1 year in, but, those are the events. We had the drive-through nativity. We're trying to do more of that kind of stuff to keep people. We know they got to get to work in the mornings. They got to go. So
I sort of like the drive-through. It kind of personalizes it.
Right.
It's an individual that comes and wants you to do that. I like it. I like the services too, but we're going to have plenty of them.
Yeah,
we'll have
doubt.
plenty of services coming for sure.
No doubt. We're going to take our final break. Stay tuned.
Oh,
One
man.
final segment coming up right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
As your State Farm team, we will be there for you with the financial strength to deliver on our promises. Service that's a sure thing. You can think of us as your good neighbors who help protect what's important to you. We're here when you need us the most. You can call us 24/7 to get answers to your questions, file a claim, or see if we can find you more ways to save. We have many coverages and many discounts. We can help protect more areas of your life and find every discount you qualify for along the way. Please call us or visit 2048 Cherokee Road for coverage you can count on.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
Amanda Scroggins with RE/MAX Around the Lake will cover every inch of Lake Martin's 880 miles of shoreline to find your family's dream home. Amanda's experience is top-notch, and she is consistently a top 10 RE/MAX agent in the state of Alabama. Her love for her clients is sincere and from the heart. Call her today at 256-749-6634 or visit her website, amandascroggins.com, today.
For 30 years, Derek Blythe has built a reputation in the Alexander City area as the family attorney. He's always been passionate about fighting for his clients because he believes everyone deserves an advocate in their corner. People of his community deserve to have someone in their corner to fight for them. And he loves making lasting relationships with those people and their family. Whether you're seeking child custody, divorce, visitation, looking for compensation after being injured in a car accident, probating an estate, dealing with a contractual dispute, fighting.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Welcome back to Inside Cornerstone, our final segment here. Let me correct myself. I don't know why I was thinking 60 days. It was 40. It's 40.
40 days.
I don't know why I've got.
Well,
60
you notice
on the
I
brain.
answered it.
Well, I don't know why I've got 60 on the brain, but
It's 40
maybe
days,
because I
that's
feel like
right.
I'm 60 years old. But anyway, 40 days is the Lent season. Is what we've been talking
that's
about.
right. And that goes back to
right.
Jesus
It-
in the
well,
wilderness for 40
Well,
days.
that's a number
Fasting.
that is symbolic with. I mean,
Yeah,
40
days,
3,
yeah.
33.
It
I mean, there's
rained
a
for
lot,
40
7,
days,
you
yeah,
know, there's
right.
a lot of numbers that
Yeah.
are very frequent in the Bible.
Definitely.
But again, we want to thank everybody for joining us each and every week. Again, special opportunity to be here in our new youth facility. We wanted to do the show from here today because we wanted everybody to see what a beautiful facility it is. Now, we've shown pictures over the last several months of the progress of the building. You know, Kane's been able to get some B-roll footage you've seen throughout this show of the back. Let's talk about this building. We're on the stage here, you know, so looking out into this huge open room, you can see the seats, some of the seats behind us, brand new chairs.
Yeah.
They're stacked all against the wall over here. In the back, you've got a kitchen area, bathroom, and then you got
And it's
David.
nice.
And you got David's office back there. Man, no wonder he gets excited about coming.
He may
to
end
this
up
place.
living here.
He may.
We need his wife. I hope she's going to agree with that. But,
Well, she said she may be okay with that. She may help move
well,
him in.
that's
so-
an excellent point, Brett. I'm glad you brought that up. You're right on that.
Well, I mean, and I want to talk about the design of this building.
Isn't it?
It was all done purposely. You know, wasn't hey,
Yeah.
what kind of stuff can we throw together to put in this building? You can kind of see the tin topping over here. I know that Kane will show this to everybody, and the wood paneling around the bottom. And then, you know, when you look back this way to the top above the doorway, you can see the beautiful cross that was made that goes over the doorway. But the acoustics in here are really awesome.
They're great. And you know, everything in here was donated. All the interior stuff that's in, and there's a lot of it in here, it was all donated by individuals of the church. The building itself was by the giving of the entire church, of course.
Right.
But the inside was basically, you know, donations given, and it is fantastic. You know, they have these things now called barnatoriums, or
But-
they say, well,
yeah,
you know,
well,
you build a barn and
right.
you live in the background.
Right,
It's
right.
got that look to
It's
it,
got that
doesn't
feel
it?
to it too.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, you barndominiums
And it's
or whatever.
barndominiums. It's got the old wood in it, and it's got the tin. Those are all things very common in that.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Oh yeah,
But you know, it was built in mind of being kind of an all-purpose facility.
it is. And he just recently got this tremendous grill that's supposed to be able to.
It's a pellet grill.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be
You
fantastic.
can control it from your phone.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Like cooking,
of
man.
course, I should have
Technology.
known that.
What I mean, look, I love to cook as much as anybody outside. Blackstone, green egg, all that. Man, we'll get into the part takes the fun out of it a
yeah.
little bit, you know.
But I've heard that's a good
no,
grill.
it is.
isn't
No,
it?
they're outstanding.
Yeah.
Man, don't get me
and
wrong.
and that was donated.
There's a lot of
Everything has
stuff that's
been
being
well.
donated.
I think it shows you the heart of the church.
It does. You know, you look over here back
These
to
TVs. Say,
well, they're huge.
how big is that TV?
That one's got to be maybe 90. I mean, it's massive for sure. And then another one over here. To our left over here, you got a.
This is gonna be
basically
packed out New Year's Day.
It is. I mean, it's gonna be huge. But you got a place for people to just kind of hang out. Nice new furniture that's over there. That
Yeah.
couch is phenomenal.
We wanted to be on that couch, kind of in a
I
very.
figured you'd be in there laid up over
I
there.
thought seriously about it and do the show from there. And next time it's a thought.
Well, we can just shift it over there next time. But and then you look to the back of us here. You got some type of game or whatever they got going on right now. But it's
not an old person's
No,
game.
I don't know what
I can
I don't
assure
know
you
what
that.
it is, but I saw Kane swinging from it earlier, but not really, not really. But anyway, we had you can
You're
go back
fixing
through.
to get a picture
yeah,
put
gonna
on
get my
there.
picture up there now. So, but you can do all types of different
Yeah.
things in this building, and like
Pool
you said,
tables, ping pong
well,
tables.
and one of the things that caught the eye of the man that came in is he thought this was a 2-story building. Well, technically it could be. It's high enough to have.
It looks
another floor.
like it,
Well,
absolutely.
it is from the outside. It looks like it, but it's just one big, huge open air room in here.
I think
you know.
that was a good move, because the
Absolutely.
impression that you get when you walk in because of that is, I mean, I know you could put some extra rooms up there, but most of the activity is going to be down here on the ground floor.
Right.
It just it leaves you with such a great impression.
Well,
and it's beautiful.
You have this area big enough where if
Yeah.
you wanted to split off into groups, you can do that.
course,
they can come
yeah.
together and have a big event as well. So we know David does a big discovery weekend, and usually goes on in the summer.
That's going to be a good place to have it.
Well, you can already see all the opportunities and the things
Absolutely.
that, and Jimmy Yates with Project 412 that also happens in the summer. I can see this being a place of gathering
Yeah.
and all that. But before we leave today, Coach, we want to tell everybody that you're welcome to be part of our church. If you're looking, I saw on Facebook earlier this week some people saying, look, new to the area, looking for a church home, where would be a good suggestion? Of course, people jump in and they list a bunch of churches, but the most frequent one I saw was ours.
Really?
And it was Cornerstone, and you had people in our church personally reaching out to those individuals saying, look, our church services are at this time and this time. I'll even meet you in the parking lot and walk in with you.
That's powerful.
So, I mean,
Yeah, right,
I read those comments.
That's Cornerstone outreach like we want it to be.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
that's kind of
Yeah.
why I wanted to end with that.
That's a
Is
good
that
one.
there's an example of, going out and doing what you say you're going to do on a Sunday.
Right.
It's easy to sit in church and praise God, and everybody, you're in your comfort zone, and then when church is over, you kind of go back to your lifestyle.
Right.
But you have people that are looking and are constantly asking, what's your opinion? Where would you go? I'm new to the area. Where's a good place? And there's a lot of other great churches too, and there were
course.
a lot of people saying things about those churches, but I saw a ton of Cornerstone on there.
Three people from Sylacauga today expressed to me that they want to join Cornerstone. Just today, and then there's 3 young people joining the church Sunday, and I haven't gotten a chance yet to talk to their parents. I mean, the whole family may join. I mean, the youth are
Good.
joining, and it's just, I think we're on the outer edge of some really great things happening. And
Well, I think you said it earlier, not to cut you off, but I
No,
think you
that's
said it earlier when you and I were talking outside. I think in the next several months, we as a church are going to have a tremendous opportunity to really go to new heights. And like you said,
God's help.
well,
yes.
it's all through
Right.
through the good Lord. But
Yeah.
we're going to have opportunities to expand even further past what we're doing now. And we've had a great year. We've had a year of reflection. We did that a few weeks ago. We talked about how fast a year came around and everything that was accomplished in that year. Well, we're not finished. Just getting started, for lack of better terms.
I think that's true.
But in the last couple minutes here before we go, Coach, just some final thoughts and maybe a preview of what you're going to see this Sunday.
Well, we give God great thanks for where we are. It's all because of Him. This is not about any individuals. I think our unity is evident, but about for the 17,000th time, we've got to remember what brought us here. And we've got to, our challenge right now is to not get complacent and to keep focusing on God and bringing Christ and know that we're all part of the same group and the same team. And if anything, to work harder and to glorify God in everything. So those are my thoughts, and that challenge that I put out is for me, and I just hope there's other people kind of like me out there. So I think that's the whole key, keeping our focus, because too many times everybody's got a story about how their church used to be. But I don't know what happened. You know, what happened and what could happen to us.
You don't want to become the next story.
That's right. If you take our focus off what got us here, we will be the next story.
We will be the
no
next
doubt
story.
about it.
That's right. Been a great opportunity today for us to be on campus.
We're going to do some more of this, right?
No, we are. And again, I think, that's one of the things that we talked about, showcasing our beautiful facilities and, where we come every Sunday and every Wednesday and all the things that go on in our church, from the Bible study groups that meet to the, the other groups that meet. And
there's 160 signed up tonight.
Wow.
We're doing this on a Wednesday.
For our meal.
For our meal. Yeah, and then we have 5 Bible studies going on. Yeah.
Big time stuff, man. You want to be involved, we'd love for you to be involved. All you got to do is reach out to us, and then we'll come to you. Again, like Coach said, that's part of our mission here, is outreach and being able to reach out to you out there, maybe not necessarily you to us, but us reaching you and showing you how to get here and what we can do to help you get here. But Coach, it's been fun. What a
Sure
again, I hate to sound like a broken record, but what a great place to have a show. And in anything,
I agree.
A service, a game or whatever it is, but our youth are blessed, man. They have a top-notch facility to come in here and worship God.
I don't think the right phrase is we're proud of it. I think the right phrase is we give God glory for it.
That's it.
That's for
it.
sure.
Well, we want to thank all of you out there for joining us each and every week. We'll be back with you next week at the same time. For Coach Coleman, I'm Brett Pritchard saying we've enjoyed it. We hope you have. See you next week.
God bless you.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
For 30 years, Derek Blythe has built a reputation in the Alexander City area as the family attorney. He's always been passionate about fighting for his clients because he believes everyone deserves an advocate in their corner. People of his community deserve to have someone in their corner to fight for them. And he loves making lasting relationships with those people and their family. Whether you're seeking child custody, divorce, visitation, looking for compensation after being injured in a car accident, probating an estate, dealing with a contractual dispute, fighting criminal charges, Eric Blythe is here for you.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau tri-tunes, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
As your State Farm team, we will be there for you with the financial strength to deliver on our promises. Service that's a sure thing. You can think of us as your good neighbors who help protect what's important to you. We're here when you need us the most. You can call us 24/7 to get answers to your questions, file a claim, or see if we can find you more ways to save. We have many coverages and many discounts. We can help protect more areas of your life and find every discount you qualify for along the way. Please call us or visit 2048 Cherokee Road for coverage you can count on.